Hey guys, this is Ashlyn here. Welcome to Simple Beauty. Today I just figured for my first video I would do a little tutorial that's just like my base, my foundation and everything, and my brow. So that's what I'm going to show y'all today. I'm going to show y'all a little bit more as time goes on about what I like to do. Just figured I'd keep it short, sweet, and simple and just show you a couple things today instead of going through the whole face routine. I'm so excited to be able to share with y'all my love for makeup, and I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so when you first want to start getting ready, always make sure your skin is moisturized, y'all. I have this little sample of the Tatcha water cream. This is what the little Tatcha sample looks like. And so I will use it after I spray some Mario Badescu skincare. So just this bottle has been well loved. Mercy came in here to check on me. Mercy, you want to meet everybody? This is my puppy Mercy. She is 4 years old. This is her birthday month. I got her in May 4 years ago. And she's a sweet pea. I love her. So back to Mario Badescu. So I'm just going to spray it. Nobody looks cute spraying my face. So. Okay. So I do that. And then sometimes when I feel like my under eyes are really dry, I take the smallest dab ever of the water creams. I don't have much left. So like this much. You can see I put a little here, I'll put a little here. Because I'm not trying to moisturize my whole face or under eyes like I would when I'm going to bed, you know? I'm not putting on a ton of moisturizer because then it like might make my makeup look separated. For my primer, I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It comes in this cute box. This is purple. It's like a light lilac. I really like it. I just got it recently. So I just take a little pump. Comes out, looks a little purple like that. This is what the bottle looks like. It's got a little shimmer to it, and it's got a really nice fresh scent. I really like the scent of it. But purple is really good for brightening your complexion. So if you see like those little color correctors, purple is meant to put in areas of your face that are kind of dull in complexion, which honestly, like, how do you know that like one area is dull? I mean, that's just me. You notice it's already added a lot of shine to my face. So, ooh, but it's starting to dry. It feels a little tacky, which is good. You want it to keep the makeup on. But anyway, so it's just the kind of under thing, really sheer. It'll kind of brighten your complexion from underneath your makeup, kind of have a glow from within. So that's what it kind of looks like. It's really shimmery. My skin before was just by itself. So there we go. Now I'm going to take the Porefessional by Benefit. So this is a totally different primer than the other one. This primer is for filling in them pores. Okay, looks like this. Can you see it? Okay, and it is going to go here, here, and here. So I just really work it in well right there. It makes me feel better. And you don't want to do a lot of product on your nose, by the way, if you have an oily nose. So I just put it lightly there because I do tend to lose a lot of makeup on my nose. So the foundation I've been using is the Fit Me, Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte and poreless. So it looks like this. I'm in between shades right now. I'm a really weird shade. I'm not 110, I'm not 120. So I usually use about 2/3 of 110, 1/3 of 20. Kind of find that in between. Anyway, so I'm going to put a little on my hand. I'm just going to put a little here in my palm. I used to put it on the back of my hand, but I just feel like sometimes this keeps it from running away. So I put a little bit of that. And I'm just going to put a little of the 120 Beauty Blender. Now, I sat down to film it first, and I was like, I don't have my Beauty Blender. It's wet already. It's so annoying, like when you sit down to like get your makeup done, you have your drink, you have your phone, you have your music. I listen to audiobooks because I'm a nerd. And it's like, oh, I have to stand back up and use my Beauty Blender. Sometimes I'll be really lazy and just use my mister to, like my spray, to just dampen the side of the Beauty Blender. So I just mixed up my foundation with a little brush because I don't want to use my finger. That's just a decision. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to use the flat side. So this is it's not really a beauty blender. It's the makeup sponge by Morphe. If you look, it's got like a flat sides here and rounded here, which is, I like to use this flat side to push in my foundation. I really like to use it to just like push in the foundation. So I'm gonna get a little bit and I'm just gonna push it in. So if you look kind of different, like from this side, kind of even that out to this side right now. Just kind of even it out. The nice thing about a beauty blender is when you use it, it really makes it look like you have this airbrushed effect. I tried to use a brush, which is what I always used to use. And I just feel like it looks a little streaky on me now, ever since I've been using this sponge. Lightly go over my eyelids. I don't use an eyeshadow primer very often. Only one I used was the MAC Paint Pot, which looks like this. I mean, y'all, it keeps your eyeshadow on, but for day to day, I just use this. If I'm going somewhere like nice, like for my wedding, I think I remembered to use it. I hope so. I did my own makeup for my wedding. I was not a control freak about it, but I just didn't trust anybody but these hands right here to do my makeup. I was just like, oh, what if they do it and I don't like it? I just got married in November to the man of my dreams. We actually got set up on a blind date in October of 16. And yeah, it just went from there. He's really great. And so some of y'all may have used to have known me as Ashlyn Bessie, but it's Ashlyn Rails back now. Let me tell you, that's something they don't tell you when you get married, that like, oh yeah, you changed your name, but like sometimes it's so hard to remember. Because like for 24 years of my life, I was like, hey, I'm Ashlyn Bessie, nice to meet you. And now it's like, oh hi, Ashlyn Rails back. I just want it sheer. So that's why I'm dragging. I don't ever drag my beauty blender anywhere but my neck. So I drag it, make it real sheer, and then I press it in a little bit, and I'll go over it with some translucent powder later. Okay, so for the concealer I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape. Looks like this. Right now I'm using the shade Fairlight. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to dot it. Alright, so I've got that there. I'm going to do a couple dots here, a couple through here. So the whole point of highlighting and contouring is, and especially with the nose, is that the dark pushes it away and the light brings it forward, right? So you can tell where my chin is because it gets dark, right? So on your nose, when you highlight, or if you, with concealer or a shimmer, if you make the line really thick, the lighter part that's going to be brought to the face is going to be even thicker. I'm trying to create the illusion that the bridge of my nose is skinnier than it is, right? So another little trick I do, beauty blender, there it is I'm going to bring it up to about right here, right? And it's going to create the illusion that the lighter part comes up to here and that this is darker. So it kind of contours it with without me having to use a dark powder there. So if I'm not wanting to contour my nose with dark powder, that's what I do. Difference. I'm going to use the side that I use for my foundation, kind of push it in. Because I don't want it to look like this like hard light line. I want it to look very seamless, you know? So that's why blending is so important. Blend your face, blend your eyebrows. Woo! Blend to the Lord. You need all the blending. Another thing with your Tarte Shape Tape, it does dry pretty quickly. Not to the point that you can't blend it. Like, see, I've been talking and I already blended that out. It's amazing though. Everybody loves Tarte Shape Tape. Didn't mean to say that in a video. Okay? Alright, now as soon as I do the under eyes, I'm going to set it. Alright, so the setting powder I've really been using a lot. I do love the Laura Mercier. I do love the RCMA powder, but Been using the Cover FX for a while. Really like it. It's the perfect setting powder, and I'm not saying that, that's its name. In shade Translucent Light. Before you set, make sure that it is completely, like all the lines are out, because like I have a couple creases here, and if I don't blend that out before I set it, I'll set that crease and it'll make it look even more pronounced. So, okay, have a little on my wet beauty blender. Push that in, and like I said, so created that line again. I put the powder there. I just kind of blend it out. I like to kind of push it into my skin. I have really dark under eyes and I really crease. So there we go. What we're gonna do next is we're going to take this line of powder right here. I put it in the edge and I'm just gonna go right on my under eye. So what I did is I kind of lined it with my edge here and just made an easy line. And so this is gonna look really nice when I'm doing my eyeshadow, and it like just keeps the powder from traveling down there, and if it does like have some fallout from the powder, the eyeshadow powder, I can just sweep it away with the powder, the translucent powder. So it doesn't have to be perfect, but I would recommend that they sort of match. So just kind of bring it out. So it looks like that, and that's gonna keep it all together. We're gonna do some brows. So for the brows, I use the NYX Professional Makeup Micro Brow Pencil. Kind of looks like that. Brows are personal, y'all. Don't think that my way is the way. Your brows are different than my brows. Your hair pattern's different. It's not all gonna work. This is so close, like, hey. All right, I'm gonna underline the bottom and then the top, and I'm gonna come out to where it's sparse. I'm gonna extend it. I'm not gonna start my eyebrow here. I'm gonna start it here, okay? So let's go. All right, and then I'm gonna go in next, before I start blending. I'm gonna use the Ka-Brow, there, by Benefit. So it comes and it looks like this. You can take the little wand out, whoops, plug it in, and then the pomade's in it. So you got everything in one, woo! All right, so I'm gonna take a little this pomade. I also like the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade, but I bought this and then I've just gotten into the habit of using it because it's like, it's so simple. Everything's in one. But I do like the Anastasia Beverly Hills one too. Okay, so I'm gonna fill in with this back here. A lot of that stuff I do with makeup, I just kind of feel it out. Like I'm like, okay, does that look good? Does it need it there? Like it's just like when I feel it, I know. With the spoolie side, we're gonna brush this out a little bit. I use my finger a little bit just then because this does have some product on it from me using it so much. So if I went even further in, it's gonna like make a shadow there, right? So sometimes I use my finger and just kind of go like that. But because I have sparse hairs here and I'm just, you know, brushing the excess product here away, it does make that gradient effect. So that's how I do the lighter to darker brows. All right, so I'm gonna do this. Brows are sisters, not twins. Okay. So, but right, like I said, this is the NYX Micro Brow. I really, really like it. Pretty cheap, under $10, and it works really well. Got brows and base, and homegirl looks a little scary. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. I went ahead and finished out my makeup because I can't be walking around all day with just base and eyebrows. I'd scare some people. So, I hope you learned something, but most of all, I just hope you had a fun time and got to know me a little bit better. I'm excited to keep posting videos for y'all and get to know y'all too. Bye!